really stand out. Broken Air. It's here.
On mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Lagos.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
Hey, baby, it's your baby. That way you did, they make me dead happy. I'm falling for you long time, yeah. Let's see if I could do, I'm in love and I'm you want more to work. Let's see if I could do, I'm in love and I'm you're my life saving. It's for you, yeah. All for you. I made my choice, baby. I'll live for you, yeah. Baby, my luck back will, my luck far away. Then no get joy. I will be loving you. I see nothing bigger than you, baby. Don't you leave me,
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your number one sports show on radio for drive time in the city of Lagos. Welcome to Sports Cruise live on mainland 98.3 FM. It's an amazing time to be alive, and I want to specially welcome you to the Tuesday edition. I was already seeing ahead of tomorrow. I'm really super excited about Super Falcons and Super Eagles game this weekend. The Flamingos are started off their World Cup campaign with a 1-1 draw. We'll talk about all of that against Mexico, the Super Eagles of Nigeria as well. We look at the players already in camp, and the NFL president had assured Nigerians that the Super Eagles will qualify for the next FIFA World Cup. We've heard something like that before. All I remember the video of the former chairman Amaju Pini putting the hand on his head and said, "Hey, have you forgotten the bilateral relationship between Nigeria and Qatar will go to the World Cup?" Well, whether bilateral or bilateral, whatever, we didn't make it to Qatar World Cup, and we cannot afford to miss one of the most exciting World Cup that we'll have, because of the uniqueness of the World Cup is going to be between Canada, United States, and Mexico. It's a big deal, and I'm excited to have you join us on the show today. I'm not doing this alone. I got my usual suspect. There is Akintayo, there's Agbatomi on the show today. We look at all of that. We'll also look at big games to look out for in the UEFA Nations League during this week, and of course leading into the weekend. Aryken have been declared fit to play for the Three Lions. A lot of their key players have had to withdraw. Let's talk about all of that on the show today, guys. It's an amazing time, a different time to talk sport on the radio. Akintayo is here, Agbatomi is here, Michael is also. Michael is going to join the conversation today, so the earlier he knows the better. I remember I used to have an intern. Coincidentally, his name is also Michael. So the first time I told him I was going to be on the show, Michael was going in and out of the toilets more than 4 times before the show started. But guys, it's a good time here. We're looking forward to Super Eagles game this weekend. The boys are camped already, bubbling, and not all of them have arrived. So the last time I checked, about 13 of them already in camp.
Now 20.
Now 20. Well, we're going to talk about that departure on the show today. There was a time where we used to have players that were coming on the eve of games. We've moved away from that. Now players are excited. Look at the way Nwabali came into camp yesterday with Audley, with Mercedes-Benz, all looking peng and fresh up.
He's a chief now.
He's a chief. Yeah. By the way, he got titled for winning silver. So I'm trying to understand what they will give him if the Nigerian team eventually wins the AFCON. But guys, let's get into it. It means it's a Tuesday. It's a good time. Well, I mean, you're looking at the next round of fixtures for club football. I am seeing October 19. I'm like, oh, that is really far from away. There's national team. We're going to talk about a lot of things also. We also look at Stevie Appiah, the Ghanaian manager of the Sudanese national team. In 10 games, he's had 5 wins, 3 is in 8 games, he's had 5 wins, 2 draws, and a defeat, and he's going to be playing against the Black Stars in the all-important AFCON qualifier this weekend as well. He's a legend, actually. So, guys, let's get into it. I can tell, husband, you came into the office a bit late, and I'm liking the balance in the studio, by the way.
He has been sleeping, by the way.
So he's still hungover from the
hangover.
Man, it is what it is.
See, Agbatomi will have, I think he has a compendium of
I'm telling you.
From now to the end of the year, he's not just
need to allow Agbatomi just enjoy himself.
I have his tape.
He has.
I get a tape for hand.
You don't have any tape. The only tape you have is the one that you're going to use to tape something else.
By the way, today is Agbatomi's beautiful girlfriend's birthday.
I'm waiting for him.
And I woke up today, and on my way to the office, I just checked his WhatsApp status, and I'm like, this one go choke singles. Hey, God. I can tell you, do you have any matching outfit to your girlfriend? Do you have one to start with?
It is well.
It is well.
It is well.
So what is that one you were using Gmail to chat?
It's only Agbatomi that I have no idea where Agbatomi is on Gmail.
That's what they call G-chat. This is Sports Cruise, by the way, so we get to do this. I mean, it's all love, all sport, all banter, and of course good music, analysis in between, and everything else you need to know. Well, I promise Mfoge will be joining us on the show tomorrow. All things being equal, he's the spokesperson of the Super Eagles. Is very senior colleague of ours as well in the business. He's going to be our guest. The last time he joined us, he made a prediction that he's going to be over 2.5 and then the team won 3 goals to nothing. Yeah. So let's see where the prediction will go on the show tomorrow. So don't miss the midweek edition of the show. Hey, Agbatomi, it's another week build up to national team commitment. The Super Eagles, the camp are bubbling. I mean, you would expect to have a follow-up on the emphatic victory the last time out. What are you looking out for this weekend? I mean, as a build-up?
International football, basically. Nigeria, of course, up in action. The double-header clash against Libya. I mean, throughout today, my eyes has been on X, trying to watch our sports to track the players' arrivals, from the different destinations. We got the arrival from William Troost Ekong, Maduka Okoye, Ademola Lookman, Calvin Bassey, and Simon Moses, all done in black dresses, and I felt it was just like a competition, just like what we are used to seeing, with the French national team. All of them were done in black dresses.
Yeah, they look really good.
Exactly, and I love that aspect of it all. Trying to watch as possible as well. To bring excitement. I mean, it's always going to be them missing their country, despite the fact that they've been playing football in other parts of the world as well. So then 20 now in camp, the likes of Amaso Basoge and also Nwabali all arrived camp. The both of them arrived camp yesterday. The others arrived camp today. The likes of Onyeka, Ndidi, Onyedika, Boniface, Chukwueze, even the Benjamin Tanimu that is here to play a single game.
Well, we're going to talk about that Benjamin Tanimu's issue, because a lot of people people are asking questions. In fact, I was reading a story earlier today that a lot of players in camp are grumbling about his involvement and his invitation to camp, where we have a certain player, that is doing stuff. It's just what the M10 aids, in the sound. Exactly.
He's injured. He's injured. So
there's a lot of we'll talk about all of that, but we're due for our first break. When we get back, we'll look into it. And remember, 𝐴ᴏ, the current coach of the Sudanese national team, is actually the immediate past Ghana FA chairman. Yes, he resigned his role as the FA, as the head of the Ghana Football Association, to focus on his duties as the Sudanese head coach, and he is doing well for himself. They lost the last time out against Angola, and they had attributed that defeat to unrest, but they promised to get back. We're going to focus on that. He's going to be playing against his team, the country that are giving him glory, his nation rather. So stick with us. It's Sport Cruise. Live on Mainland 98.3 FM. We'll be right back after these commercials.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
You a whiz with words? Would you like to become MTN CEO for a day? Here is an opportunity to showcase your skills and win big in the MTN MPOS Spelling Bee competition. That's right, the Spelling Bee competition is back for another edition with a chance for spelling enthusiasts across Nigeria to showcase their skills and win awesome prizes. Wondering what's up for grabs? Look no further. Alongside the grand title of Spelling Bee Champ, there are up to 24 million naira worth of school grants, laptops, and smartphones to be won. That's not all. The top 3 participants get to win cash prizes for their teachers and laptops for their schools. Awesome, right? Wondering how to participate? It is easy. Simply head over to mtn.ng/MPOS to sign up and get the opportunity to win big. Round 1 kicks off from September 9th all through to October 24th, 2024. It promises to be an experience to learn, play, and shine with MTN MPOS. MTN, what are you waiting for? Can you spell like a pro? Head over there now.
There. Yes, you just won 5,000 naira cash. And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you. You behind. Of course, you're not left out. How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper. Text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don't come again oh. This one wey your body hot so, you don't do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people. Na malaria. You need Luta. Luta na better medicine. We dey knack down malaria. Oya see am. Take am. Thank you, Oga Luta. I don't dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
You dey find ways to save your data. You go first start out with your apps. Delete apps where you know they use, but other things go still dey. Some apps get data saver modes, make you activate them to control the data usage. You fit also go your setting, make you off the auto updates them. Then make you also close apps where you know they use to save your data when you know they use your apps. This small change go fit help you save your data well. For more information, make you go your mobile operator website or consumer.ncc.gov.ng for better tips. Make we dey connect and enjoy our data use well. This may message they come from the Association of Licensed Telecom Operators wey join body with the Nigerian Communication Commission.
Are you a whiz with words? Would you like to become MTN CEO for a day? Here is an opportunity to showcase your skills and win big in the MTN mpos Spelling Bee competition. That's right, the Spelling Bee competition is back for another edition with a chance for spelling enthusiasts across Nigeria to showcase their skills and win awesome prizes. Wondering what's up for grabs? Look no further. Alongside the grand title of Spelling Bee Champ, there are up to 24 million naira worth of school grants, laptops, and smartphones to be won. That's not all. The top 3 participants get to win cash prizes for their teachers and laptops for their schools. Awesome, right? Wondering how to participate? It is easy. Simply head over to mtn.ng/mpos to sign up and get the opportunity to win big. Round 1 kicks off from September 9th all through to October 24th, 2024. It promises to be an experience to learn, play, and shine with MTN mpos. MTN, what are you waiting for? Can you spell like a pro? Head over there now.
Chai, my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don come again oh. This one wey your body hot so, you don do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don dey kampe.
Luta, brand of Artemata and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
Hello, my name is Jᴏɪᴛ and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
Welcome back to Sports Cruise live on Mainland 98.3 FM. That was Christy from One Eye Man. They call him the modern Baba Fran. Off his album. I can't remember the name of the album. I think Ruga something. Rule the World. Yes, Rule the World or something. That's the title of the album. And that was Christy, by the way. So let's get back into it. Okay. Somebody sent me a message right now. And he said he liked the intro song we played earlier. That was actually Jᴏɪṛ's Articulate Good and Kiss Daniel, one of the very finest classics also. Hey guys, let's get back into it now. I mean, there's a lot to talk about. The Super Eagles held their first training session in Uyo, earlier today. We talked about the fact that I've about 20 players already in camp. Hopefully the next couple of days, maybe next couple of hours, about a few of them. But let's talk about how that departure of where we used to be, where, players choose the games they attend, they choose when they come into training. Sometimes they tell you that, the return ticket was not paid, they didn't pick them up at the airport. Is this about us finding our feet, or you think it's just the players that are choosing to be professional? Let's start from there.
Well, I think that changed prior to Gwenoro's time. Ever since Gwenoro's time, it has been quite different. Players have been much more. They've shown more interest and commitment. I think the word is commitment. They've shown much more commitment in trying to get to the camp early and things like that. Unlike the days whereby you could just see maybe a certain Yakubu or certain Uche that would just
walking into the camp anytime they want to.
They'll come a night before and things like that. And it's all about discipline. Once you set the pace about discipline, things like that would not happen. Because when this is a national team side, you don't rarely meet. You meet once in a while. Maybe just 2 weeks you spend for the whole month. And sometimes in 3-4 months you might not
come together again.
Just once. So when you have that commitment and there's discipline, players will show commitment as well. So I think when you have that commitment alone, it sets the tone for the match you are going to play, because it rings in your head that you are serious, you are aiming for something. So I'm looking forward to that game. I believe that it's a game of statements. Nigeria needs to make a statement with that game. We just need to return to the glory days whereby when we play some certain teams in Africa, we always know that by default, we're always talking about numbers. Even prior to even though the pool days is not as the way it is in terms of the sporting world, in terms of like the betting world rather. So there would always be goals, So this time around, we need to just ensure that we are at that pace. We can't be 6th, 5th in Africa at this point with the luxurious of fine players that we have in our team. I don't believe that our current position in Africa is where we belong. Okay,
let me take you through the players that are currently in camp. There's Victor Boniface, there's Winifred Ndidi, there's also Samuel Chukwueze, which I think has been really, really struggling with club football as we speak. What are the going always been very critical of Samuel Chukwueze? It feels like he can be a better player. Sometimes it's just a flash of brilliance and then he just goes cold.
Consistency has always been his problem.
He's never been that consistent. I think the best we had of him was the season before the last, where he drove Villarreal and there was Jackson on this side, there was Samuel Chukwueze on this side, and that was almost about the most productive.
The best game of Chukwueze that I've seen in a long time, of which to me personally his best game ever was the game against Bayern Munich. He was massive. He was instrumental for their victory in defeating the Bavarians. So Chukwueze's problem has just been consistency. He had the flashes during the beginning of the season, during the preseason.
The preseason,
he had a couple of assists. He had one against Manchester City.
And one would have thought the season would start good
against Real Madrid. He thought that he had already established the connection, but Pulisic came in and he just slotted right into that position, and Pulisic had never looked back.
And he's been scoring.
That's just the thing, And Chukwueze has anytime he comes on, he gives those one or two.
But it's a lot.
But when you're not playing consistently, things like that happen. And if he gets to play in a Nigerian team whereby in his current position, there's really nobody that can actually push it.
But it's not even taking advantage of his, how do I put it now, his monopoly of his role in the Super Eagles.
It is
how many goals has Chukwueze scored? When was the last time he got a goal for the Super Eagles?
I have watched Chukwueze right from his under 17 days with the likes of Osimhen and Promise and the like. Nwankali. You know, one thing that has always been his problem that I felt that he could have developed over the years was his decision making. His decision making has actually been very poor. Sometimes you expect that, okay, cut inside and take a shot, but guess what? He does want too many. You know, he always wants to try and take too many players on. Sometimes
he looks like a man that runs faster than the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Is sometimes he overruns the ball, and when you expect him to deliver, it just wouldn't just start. It's just similar to the likes of Moses Simon. You know, when you expect them to deliver, they just do too much. They dribble, maybe they over dribble, or they over push the ball, or they just don't know how to shoot. So it's just a matter of consistency and decision making.
So let me bring Michael into this conversation. A lot of people have opined that national team invitation should be strictly based on your current form, week in, week out, what you do for your club side. The old Tanimo issue is a topic for another day. I mean, he's playing in the second tier of English football, and his team Crawley are currently 21st position in second tier of English football, and is almost the earliest on the team list for the Super Eagles. Let's leave that. But I mean, you look at some of these players. You look at Taiwo, for instance. He's not even starting at Nottingham Forest. We talked about Tanimo. He has not played competitive game because his transfer to Crawley just got confirmed a few days ago. Now there's Samuel Chukwueze that is also not getting the goals and is not even getting the minute with AC Milan. Do you think it's about old glory, or you think it's time for the team to start looking away from these players that have held the national team, but they've not exactly given us kind of result we want, Michael?
I feel that at least for now, you should just give them opportunity.
To do what exactly?
To at least prove themselves.
Ha! Samuel Chukwueze has been with the Super Eagles for over 4 years.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, let me use Ronaldo now as example now.
Which of the Ronaldo? The one in Alige Stadium or the Cristiano Ronaldo?
You mean the GOAT?
Cristiano Ronaldo that we know, our GOATs.
Okay, God bless you. All right.
Hey, you should not. Don't turn my studio upside down. Michael, continue.
We know that as long as Ronaldo has been in the game for so many years and he has proved himself as one of the GOATs or one of the greatest in football, as you cannot compare him then and now, but at the same time, it's him giving him the opportunity, the chance to prove himself that okay, yes, he can still do this, he can still do that. So for me, I just feel that
I wish I was an analyst, and then I'm coming back in time. I wish I was an analyst on this show, and the analogy you gave, maybe you gave it at the viewing center. You know what I'll do? I'll beg the owner of the Onile to off light and leave only me and you. Me and you will beat each other inside that viewing center because I'm trying to. I get where it's coming from. I absolutely get where it's coming from, but I can't remember the last moment of brilliance that Chukwueze gave us.
That is it.
That's the fact.
The last moment of brilliance he gave was in the last game, in the last international break. It was brilliant in that game. The Nigeria won 3-0. It was brilliant.
That was not even our last game.
I'm saying the last time he gave us a moment of brilliance. He talked about
how many goals did he get in that game?
He didn't get a goal.
How many assists did he get?
He could have scored 2 goals in that game.
He didn't get a goal and an assist. You're a winger, my friend.
He could have scored 2 goals.
Go and check Chukwueze's numbers.
He could have scored 2 goals in that game.
Check his numbers for the Super Eagles, and he keeps coming back.
That is why Tómi and Iguavon. That is why they are.
No wonder you are friends. You look alike.
Do you know the funniest thing? The funniest thing is that it's not. These things do not happen only in Nigerian national team. Now let me give an example.
Come on.
Take a look at the England national team for example.
Okay.
Wait, Akita, hang on now. Akita, let him talk.
Take a look at.
I'm in
the mood for fight.
In my studio.
Take a look at the England national team for example. For about 1 year, 1.5 years.
Calvin Phillips.
No, not even Calvin Phillips. Harry Maguire kept on getting a call up to the national team. That's why not play for.
No, it doesn't deliver for national team.
Yes, it does. But
do you know what? Hang on. Let me tell you what. Wait, let me tell you. I'm coming. Let me tell you what Gary Southgate said.
Okay.
When Maguire was not getting playtime at Manchester United, and they keep asking him, Why do you keep bringing Maguire to the night? You know what he said?
How many trophies did he deliver for you?
I'm coming.
Come on.
He said Maguire gives the English national team 20% chance of winning game. Do you know what that means? A single player already gives you 20% chance of winning game because he delivers at the national team.
Call a Nigerian winger that will come to the Super Eagles and take the place of Chukwueze in that team.
Yes.
Now, see.
Call a natural left-footed winger.
No,
a natural left-footed winger that will come to the Nigerian Super Eagles to take Chukwueze.
I will set you up now.
When you say
0913-600-041, so you guys can join the conversation. Justify Samuel Chukwueze's continuous invitation to the Super Eagles. Join the conversation, guys. Let's have a talk about it.
I have no idea.
The phone lines are up here. Wumi, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good to have you on the show. Straight to the point.
Yeah, you guys are far. You are the best in the land, man.
Thank you.
You are so lively, so handsome, man. See, Agbatomi.
Boss.
This your argument and Mr. Michael's argument. Leave much to be desired.
Two of them are show off the studio like they should beat each other out.
Let me break it down to you.
Problem.
You are telling us for the short of a dart of a left winger, we should keep on sticking to Chukwueze.
I'm telling you.
Wait, hold on. In the last Nations Cup, the coach gave him a chance to prove himself. He was supposed to be our hero against Côte d'Ivoire. What did he do? He put pressure. So much so that he cannot even come back and be helping Aino. It was the one that put pressure on Aino. So much the coach realized he made a mistake by using him instead of Moses. And so what did he do? How did he end up? They are using the national team. And this is the kind of argument that Iguava will hear and be bringing him again. Because
I'm sure it's listening at the moment, though.
It's supporting him. You can go to give Stella, Nathan Stella chance, go to prove himself.
Exactly.
If you go to Chidera,
Chidera is not left-footed.
Thank you very much, Rumi. 0913-600-0410. Justify why Samuel Chukwueze still keeps getting a call for the Super Eagles. 0913-600-0410. Let me talk to this caller. Hello, good evening. Welcome to Sport Cruise.
Oh, my Yemi. I greet you.
You're welcome, my Oga.
Yeah, this is Dampi from Igon.
Dampi, good to have you on the show.
Sharp.
Agbatomi and Agbamaike. I'm enjoying your banter.
God bless you.
There was a time I was supposed to go and do something very important. I was still listening to this your banter. In short, anytime Agbatayo and I'm telling you, Papa, you should be bored. I'm enjoying that banter.
Thank you.
The female banters too. I like sport banters. You guys are the best.
Thank you very much. 0913-600-0410.
Apart from Kelechi Iheanacho, now Kelechi Iheanacho is not even that player that we are used to seeing anymore.
Why is Kelechi Iheanacho also still getting invited to the Super Eagles?
Off his prime as a player.
Are you joking, guys?
Now, who exactly plays that right wing position?
Are you sure Chukwueze has not delivered the present for your girlfriend?
I have a feeling.
Because I have no idea why because I have no idea why you are exercising this much vigor and rigor.
On Chukwueze.
I will tell you something. The only reason why we are in this situation is because we don't have managers that evolve. If you have managers that evolve, you can't tell me that the only way you can play is you must play a left-footed winger on the other side of the wing. You can be much more direct, play another player on the other side, a right-footed player on the other side to make it more direct. And when you have a player that is more direct, for example, a Moses Simon that is very direct, a cross can deliver into
Samuel Chukwueze had made his debut for the Super Eagles in 2018. Yes. That's 4 years ago. And he has only 4 goals.
Is it 4 years ago?
2018, 6 years ago. And he has only 4 goals for the Super Eagles. What are you saying?
Compared to the appearances he has made. See, there's no disputing the fact that Chukwueze is a brilliant player on his day. No argument. But what we are saying is the really reason why we are in this conundrum is because of the fact that managers that we have do not evolve. They are managers that are just stuck to the past. And why do I say so? Like I said, when you have when you are trying to create a pool for players you are going to invite, it depends on the style of the managers and how the manager wants to play. That is how you determine the players you are going to invite to the national team. But tell me why a certain Kelechi Iheanacho will be invited. Kelechi Iheanacho's role is similar to the role of João Felix, and that is why they are currently not active at the moment. That is why they're having difficulty, because the system of play has evolved. There was a time that Ancelotti talked about the reason why he was playing a 4-4-2 back then in Italy. Later, when he had some certain players, he had to reverse back to 4-3-3. There's nowhere in the world that it is a must. We must always play a 4-3-3. We could play a 4-5-1. We could play a 4-4-2. Depending on the players and the availability of players that we have. But you cannot tell me that Chukwueze is the best since Jollof Rice. Come on.
Now, guys.
Okay.
Samuel Chukwueze made his debut for Nigeria in a goalless friendly match against Angola, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Uganda rather.
Before the World Cup, right?
Excuse me. It was a goalless friendly match against Uganda in 2018. And in 2019, he's had both the Under-20 World Cup and AFCON in the same year. But guys, he's had in 6 years. Samuel Chukwueze has only 4 goals for the Super Eagles. Only 4 goals with 7 assists.
Like I said,
in 6 years, you are not even a defender, you are not a goalkeeper.
In as much as we can be very critical.
And a winger meant to be creative. You can't. Come on, see. When you are talking, you think it's all about. It's not about sentiment. It's not as if we don't like this player. But the fact that we are playing qualifiers, and when you are playing qualifiers, you need the best of legs. This is not a friendly window. This is a qualifier window. It is not as if that you are playing against São Tomé and Príncipe or you are playing against San Marino. This is a qualifier, and when you are playing qualifiers, you need your best players to be fit. But you cannot tell me that Chukwueze is the best. If you don't have Chukwueze playing, we cannot have any other person playing.
Let me tell you something. I can tell you. In as much as we can be very, very critical of Chukwueze's performance, sometimes it flatters to deceive. That's why I just call it. But then, as a matter of fact, you take a look at the amount of attacking options we have in Niger Super Eagles as of now. Where exactly can step up the bill and then take the place of Chukwueze?
When Chukwueze is there, which of the bill has he stepped up?
It's $1 billion question.
Which of the bill has he stepped up since he's there?
Okay, who is ready to replace him and then save up the goals?
Some games Chukwueze will not even have a shot on target. I'm telling you for a fact, and this is a winger. The only person that has been bailing us out in recent years for the past 18 months has been Ademola Lookman, because he has stepped up to the game. That is what you call stepping up to the game. If you are saying that Lookman,
whether I like it or not, after Ademola Lookman, Chukwueze is probably Nigeria's most direct
once upon a time.
I have a reservation about this argument, but unfortunately, my opinion on this does not count.
You don't count.
Let's take a listen to what the callers have to say. 0913-600-0410. Now, I'm looking at Ndidi stats, and it interests you to know that Ndidi stats that plays as a DM is even higher than Samuel Chukwueze that plays as a winger. We'll come talk about that. Let's talk to Jojai. Hello, Jojai. Good evening. Welcome to the show.
Hello, good evening.
You're welcome.
I want to come from 2 angles. If Nigeria needs to play Libya, and the FA always complain that there is no money, we are now importing 22 foreign players to play Libya. Sabamaba, Senegal, and Egypt. What will we do? And Chukwueze coming to national team to do what? Do we bring players on merit
or compensation
to our national team, or past glory? If we want to go back to past glory, we should call back the likes of Jᴏɪᴜ Oᴘᴇyᴇ to come and play for us. I don't see any reason why people say it, because to our national team. But I'm not disappointed though, because the PA teacher we have as a coach doesn't.
Please respect our technical advisor. Please.
Our technical director. Okay,
please
sorry.
respect our technical director. Yes.
Okay, I'll take that back. But Chukwueze, for now, doesn't deserve to get a call up in our national team.
Okay, thank you very much, Jojai. Guys,
Abdoulaye Shehu was always getting the call up,
and you wonder why.
Always get the call up. And there's a point in time where you still talk. Oh, come on! Oh my goodness! I don't even know what to say. But
how you know what to say?
You telling me that if Chukwueze does not play, we don't have anybody that can replace him. Is actually disrespectful to the players we have in the.
Let's talk to Damilare. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good to have you on the show.
I'm Larry from Godo. Why are we even having this?
Thank you.
The best crazy that Agbatom is talking about. When he went to Last Nations Cup, he was fit. How many matches did he play? How many matches? If he's that good, if he's the best from the with the coach benching, Lookman is better both right and left. Far better. If Lookman alone can play right and left,
they should play both.
Better than. In fact, it is even possible to leave that flank for Lookman. Let him play 30 minutes. It's not better for Chukwueze to play the whole 90 minutes for that left. Why are we having this discussion?
It's true now. It's current form.
It's not even about the current form. Lookman has been playing. The problem Lookman had was consistency, and cemented that position at Atlanta. We've been saying it.
Yeah.
His problem was because of change of clubs.
Yeah.
And immediately he cemented that position at Atlanta.
He settled in and he's giving us quality.
He never looked back. Now see Chukwueze. His best performance at Villarreal was just flashes. He will play like 5-6 games. Later he will go off. Now he went to AC Milan. Now. They've changed like two or three coaches. And the coaches that have been changing with, they never see you to use you. Let's say the first coach did not like you. If the second coach also did not like you, Eguavoen will replace Parceiro. Philly George replaced Parceiro. Which among the two coaches used Chukwueze? If any coach, if Agbatom should be the coach today, ask him, will he use Chukwueze?
Certainly. This one looks like he will even give him captain band.
By the time you see what they are doing, let's talk about the results here. Forget about the time of.
Please let's wrap up your thoughts.
So now we have Moses Simon, we have Ademola Lookman. The two of them are far better than Chukwueze. They should stop inviting them. Him and Iheanacho, they should go. That's just for now. By the time they get their rhythm,
we'll call them back. Thank you very much. 0913-600-04.
2 matches out of the 2 qualifiers that are going to play. He will play 1 minute. And Iheanacho is a player that followed from under 17 since 2013 down to this point. He's still just a player that's a 39-year-old Vardy.
He's still benching.
Kicked him out of the team.
I just hope Chukwueze can silence all his doubts.
We're not disputing his talent. We're talking about how effective he is. But he cannot tell us that if he's not playing, nobody else can step up to the plate.
Let's leave the Super Eagles conversation for a while now. I'm sure maybe when Promise Efoge joins us tomorrow, if we're able to pull it off, then we'll see how it goes. But guys, yesterday, the list for the 25th best Premier League managers of the 21st century was released yesterday. And for the first time in a while, I'm not sure I've ever had a conversation that was this engaging like I did on this group yesterday. So I decided to bring it up. Let's look at it. The 25 best managers in the Premier League in the 21st century. Let's go over it. And guys, I'll take your your impression about it. There's Michael, there's Akintayo, there's also Agbatomi. Okay. Let me start from number 25. There's Sean Dyche, the current Everton manager. He's been rated as the 25th best English manager in the last for this 21st century. Number 24, there's Steve Bruce. Yes, among the 10 managers that have taken charge of the most Premier League games, he has a story of a managerial career at the highest level. That's Steve Bruce. There's Martin O'Neill. He revived Leicester City and guiding them to an 8th place finish in 2000. He returned to English football in 2006 after a successful spell with Celtic and took charge of Aston Villa. Number 22nd is the current Newcastle manager, Eddie Howe. Obviously, a future prospect for the English national team.
He's still growing.
Fantastic manager. There's also Big Sam Allardyce at number 21. There is Unai Emery, number 20. Well,
We have to look at the metrics.
I'm sure you have your reservation about that. There's also Sir Bobby Robson in number 19. There is the current Celtic manager, former Liverpool manager Brendan Rodgers in number 18. There is Redknapp, the man that has the golden touch against relegation, is in number 17. There is Roy Hodgson, the middle past Crystal Palace boss, in number 16. There is Gerard Houllier in number 15. David Moyes, winning West Ham's first ever European trophy for them in the UEFA Conference League, is currently number 14. Took Everton to Champions League, but struggled 9 months with Manchester United. Out of a 4-year deal, it was a total mess, but he's in number 14 right now. Guess who is in number 13? Mikel Arteta, the star boy of English football as we speak. Ahead of Mikel Arteta in number 12 is a former Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino. In number 11 is Rafael Benitez, won the Champions League, superstar, very popular with Liverpool. Yes, exactly, Europa League with Liverpool, with Chelsea as well.
Newcastle back to the Premiership.
Number 10, that's Claudio Ranieri, the man that gave arguably the greatest story of the 21st century when he guided Leicester City to winning the Premier League. And that's in 2000. And when he was the former manager of Chelsea when Roman Abramovich came on board. I remember the times of Celestine Babayaro and all of that. He was the manager of Chelsea, but of course when the big money came, he had to go. There's Manuel Pellegrini in number 9. That is actually one of the most underrated managers in world football. The only non-European winner of the English Premier League as a well-oiled Manchester City machine saw stiff opposition from Brendan Rodgers' Liverpool in 2013-2014, and of course remember that very famous Gerrard sleep that led to Manchester City winning the league. And guess what? The only Italian one of the Italian managers to have won the by the way, I saw something yesterday that Mario Balotelli is the only Italian player to have won the Premier League.
Yes,
that's crazy.
And guess what? His only assist for Manchester City was the goal that Aguero scored to win the championship.
Exactly, crazy start.
Chiesa will win this year. Don't worry.
And with who?
Chiesa.
There's
Antonio Conte in here in number 8. There is Roberto Mancini, and I think whatever glory Manchester City are getting today, Roberto Mancini gave them those moments. He gave them the Kun Aguero moment, the first ever Premier League title when it was almost done and dusted with Manchester United. And you cannot you cannot write the story of Manchester City and not put Roberto Mancini in that one. Then in number 6 is Carlo Ancelotti. Remember, he won the league with Chelsea as well. I think he was just there for 6 months. Yes, he had Chelsea held on to Carlo Ancelotti. The Italian tactician led a rampant Chelsea side to the title in 2009-2010 in his debut season, as the West Londoners became the first Premier League team to score more than 100 goals in a season, with the Drogba and Lampard at the peak of their powers. After finishing second in an inconsistent second season, he fell out of Abramovich's ruthless streak and was dismissed. When his time at Chelsea ended, he had a record of 67 wins, 20 draws, and 22 losses in 109 games, with a winning percentage among the highest in the history of the Premier League. That's Carlo Ancelotti. Number 5 is Jurgen Klopp, the man that had also brought in the new revival at Liverpool. He won the Premier League for them, the first in 32 years. Also won the Champions League for them.
Took them out of the. Is it 30?
What is 32 years? Why you?
You won it in the 31st season now.
Years. 30 years, please.
There's Jose Mourinho, the special one. It disrupted the established order and propelled Chelsea to become a regular challenger at the Premier League. With a swaggering, staring manager in doubt, the Blues were utterly dominant in his first 2 seasons as they claimed back-to-back Premier League title, including their first for 50 years, and he sent out a message that the Abramovich-backed success will not be a flash in the pan. Jose Mourinho, number 4. And number 3 is no other person than the man that also redefined English football. He brought class, he brought panache. At some point, I thought Arsene Wenger owned Arsenal.
When I was growing up, that was all I thought.
I mean, it reminded me of the days of Issa Hayatou. I used to think Issa Hayatou was the name of the African Football Federation, because the only thing he gets here is Isaiah to every time. Arsene Wenger. Arsenal may have struggled in the later part of his tenure, but Arsene Wenger remains one of the greatest managers to ever grace the Premier League.
Coming from Japan, because he came from Japan.
Exactly, a man who arguably single-handedly revolutionized the approach to football in England with his stylish, attractive brand of football and focus on healthy lifestyle. The Gunners team of the early 2000s absolutely oozed class. The Frenchman's greatest achievement was undoubtedly the unbeaten season of 2003-2004 season. Arsenal Invincibles won the league title without losing a single game, a title or a feat that may never ever be repeated. Wenger had also claimed a second title in 2002, ending a period of Manchester United's dominance. And ladies and gentlemen, number 2, which I think is arguably the greatest manager in the history of football, which is Pep Guardiola, is number 2. The modern day football revolutionary Pep Guardiola has overseen an era of utter dominance for Manchester City, as the club has consolidated in place at English football's top table since the Abu Dhabi back takeover in 2008, with the caveat that it's been bankrolled by the Sheikh Mansour near limitless wealth, signing the likes of Aguero, David Silva and Alan down the years, and the fact that 115 charges of financial misconduct hangs over them. Guardiola has built the Premier League's latest dynasty at the Etihad Stadium to follow in the footsteps of legacy managers Wenger and Sir Alex Ferguson. Ladies and gentlemen, number 1. I'm sure you know that it is no other person than Sir Alex Ferguson, arguably the greatest football manager the football has ever witnessed. That's a big call, by the way, because hey, with all of those years, about 22 years, 2 Champions League titles, how many does Carlo Ancelotti has at the moment?
It is well.
It's crazy. Okay, Sir Alex Ferguson remains the best in the modern history of the Premier League. The legendary former Manchester United boss won 8 of 13 league titles after the turn of the century, successfully adapting to response to the respective series of Arsenal, Chelsea, and Man City to ensure United continue to challenge for the title.
He was meant to retire the season that City won the league, but because City won the league that season,
he wanted to take the league title back, and he did.
Van Persie claimed that if he had known that he was going to leave that season, he might have never signed for Manchester
United. But he won the league title. His last season was a weak title.
My reservations is I don't know the metrics. When I'm seeing names like Emery, what has Emery? Is it based on his antecedents as a manager or based on what he has done in the Premiership?
He's the second most successful manager in European football.
Like I said, what is it about what they have done to contribute to English football? Not what they have done in their previous league. Because I have 2 names that I can use, as well as Arteta. I have no reason why Arteta is there. I'll put a certain Brian Clough that won Nottingham Forest, 2 Champions League he won 2 Champions League with Nottingham Forest.
But were those wins in the 21st century?
Are we actually talking about the UEFA Champions League or greatest players in the Premier League?
Greatest managers of English football in the 24th century.
I'll put Neil Warnock to replace Emery.
Why?
Because Emery has not won anything yet so far in England. But the reason why I'll retain Arteta is because Arteta has won FA Cup, and just because of what.
If it's because of that, then we should put Ten Hag in this conversation. Ten Hag has more trophies than Arteta. Hey, bail me.
Like I said,
bail me, my friend.
Like I said, it depends on what are the metrics. What are the metrics used? Like I said, me personally, based on the contribution that Neil Warnock has done to contribute to the development of football in England, I would say Neil Warnock should replace a certain.
But do you guys agree? Well, I think it's just an English thing. I think it's just an English thing. Because I'm sorry, if I'm going to have to rate the top 5 managers of all time, I'm not even going to bring Sir Alex Ferguson into that conversation.
Well, that's the truth. Are you serious?
That's the truth. I'm going to mention Pep Guardiola. I'm going to mention Jose Mourinho. Okay. I'm going to mention Don Carlo Ancelotti.
Okay.
And maybe I'm going to keep in Ferguson somewhere along the line. Yes.
Well, yes. Because I'm 13 Premier League titles.
Probably going to even rate Claudio Ranieri in the top 5. Because what he did with Leicester City, I'm sure there can never be an underdog winning the Premier League ever again.
We might probably see with Chelsea.
Come on. Is Chelsea an underdog? Are you joking? Chelsea is the most successful English club in the last 15 years. 2 Champions League, 2 Europa Leagues. Come on, don't say that. Let's talk to Uche, guys. Let's talk to Uche. Hello, Uche. Good evening. Welcome to the show. Good to have you.
Okay, by the way, where is Eric Tehan?
Eric Tehan.
It's coming. It's coming.
They are hanging him to dry at the moment. They are hanging him to dry at the moment.
I'm hearing that they have meeting. What is the outcome of the meeting now?
We don't know. You get to know when there's any meeting, but I'm sure there's no decision taken yet.
The meeting was meant to take place today, so as the boardroom meeting. But so far, there has not been any news at the moment.
They won't sack him. It's going to cost Man U a lot of money. A lot of money.
It's quite confident, as a matter of fact. It's quite confident.
Are you hearing me?
I'm with you, Uche.
By the way, I want to confirm how many goals have Anthony scored in the Brazilian national team? You are talking about Chukwueze, leave Anthony. How many goals have Anthony?
I'm not a Brazilian. I don't care what Anthony is doing in Brazil. I'm more interested in what Chukwueze is doing in Nigeria. What's my business with Pokoli?
Both they have done a winger now. So, if you have a team now to choose Chukwueze and Anthony, which one will you have in your team?
I won't choose anyone. I'll play 10 against 11. Thank you very much, Uche. 0913-600-0410, guys.
We need to get Agbatomi to the kiddies show. He cannot be talking about Chelsea being an underdog for a club that has been the most successful club, for the most successful English club
good evening.
in the past 20 years.
Yes. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good to have you on the show.
Agbatomi.
Boss.
Yeah, we will change your name to Agbabele. What are you saying? Too crazy. That guy is not playing anything. See the year where the guy don't play for Nigerian team. Also, the guy is not doing anything. He pass, he knows how to pass. Cross, he knows how to do. You can't compare. You can't. This guy, they're not supposed to call him at all. You and 꽌 bench warmer. You go from Villarreal to AC Milan. What did he do? He didn't do anything. He was just sitting down there collecting their money. What are they calling there for? Agbatomi, don't let me fight you.
Sorry, boss.
Thank you very much. Games are ongoing in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Lyon are leading Galatasaray as we speak by 2-0. 53rd minute of that game. Roma also are leading Wolfsburg by 1-0. Late games tonight by 8 p.m. There is Celtic. Okay. There's Celtic versus FC Twente, and of course there's Chelsea versus Real Madrid. That's the biggest game of the round by 8 p.m. in the UEFA Women's Champions League, guys.
Yeah, just before we leave, one thing that people do not really realize with the Sudanese team and as well as the Ghanaian national team is the first time the Sudanese national team won their first African Nations Cup was against Ghana, and it was a 0-0. And this time around, so it's more as if like it's a nemesis, so as you might call it. So it's going to be interesting to see, and coming in on the back that they're having their former
the former FA chairman in Ghana
being the coach of the Sudanese team is going to be, I don't even know how to put it.
He said he praised that both teams qualify for AFCON though. So that's Sudan and Ghana. Of course, what do you expect?
You want him see, Ghanaian, when I think of maybe saying that Nigerians are toxic when it comes to the national team, but what I've seen that Ghanaians have done for the past international window, I've seen some of their sports analysts gone to attack the coach of the Ghanaian national team at the last AFCON, but based on current form, I believe that Sudanese might take this one.
I also think so too. They've had a win and a loss in their last two games. Well, Glorious Crown says Okwayemi was mentioning the years of Chukwueze as if qualifier game is like weekly games. The fact remains that Chukwueze is still very much needed in the Super Eagles. Messi was struggling at PSG, yet he was not sidelined in Argentina.
Struggling.
Each time I see this comparison
he gave over 30 goals
guys,
assists.
Each time I see this comparison, I just, well, it's okay though. Guys, Agbatomi, we can't leave here without sending a big belly shout out to your woman.
Definitely.
He can't use his phone, so
my salary may delay, but I don't allow this to happen.
I want to use this special opportunity to wish 3 special people who have their birth anniversaries today. In person of Miss Badra Tutu Salami, Mrs. Adra Omotayo Odupiton, as well as my own sweet babe, my significant other.
Oh!
Happy birthday, baby.
Single Pringles.
Rain is falling.
Akintayo, you're old, my friend.
Rain is falling.
A big shout out to everyone that made this production top quality. Today is Tuesday, you know what that means. We have the biggest all-women sport banter show on radio by 8 p.m. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Of course, there's also a namesake of mine on that show. She's also Okpe. And the last time I checked, and she's Okpe trouble. Me, I'm Okpe peace. I don't miss it. Yes.
She's a fantastic person.
Yeah, she's an amazing analyst, guys. 8 p.m. Don't miss that. But before then, keep your dial locked on Mainland 98.3 FM. Sport Guru returns tomorrow. Big shout out to Michael Akintayo Agbatomi for getting it done for us. The media officer of the Super Eagles joins us tomorrow. Promise forget by 6 p.m. to talk about the moon in camp, the players in camp, and what we should expect this weekend as the Super Eagles will play, the all-important match. Stay safe. Keep your dial locked only on Mainland 98.3 FM. The show returns tomorrow. Apologies, we can't pick all of these calls again. I'll be right back. That'll be tomorrow, actually.
Girl, I need you here right now. Where you go?